Hello, we are going to take you through a bit of a craft thing today, and it's all about our passage from Matthew 10, which is about counting the cost. Now, lots of the passage is to do with the potential risk that you take when you declare yourself as a Christian, some of the things you might experience. But it also, in this passage, talks about how much God loves you and cares for you. And this is the bit that we're going to focus on now. So we are going to create, and my lovely wife Holly has already created an example black sparrow here. We'd like to say we whipped up in no time at all, but we were trialing and erroring, and so we took about half an hour to make ours, but I'm sure you'll do a better job, and hopefully with the guide of this video you'll be able to do this as well. So the passage we're working from now, as I say, is Matthew 10. So if you wanted to have a look at Matthew 10, 24 to 39, you'll see what this is all about. And specifically the bit in 29 where it says, "You can buy 2 sparrows for only a copper coin, yet not even one sparrow falls from its nest without the knowledge of your Father. Aren't you worth much more to God than many sparrows? So don't worry, for your Father cares deeply about even the smallest detail of your life." So we hope every time you look at your sparrow that you make, or your bird, that God loves you even more than he does when he designed the intricate details of the bird. So here's what we've got. Holly's got some things you'll need during this activity. So we've got some scissors, a pen, it can be a biro if you need, a pencil, a glue stick, and we've also used in this a couple of different things to draw around. So we've got a small bowl there, and we've also got a flower pot, a small flower pot here as well, which we drew around, okay? So for different sizes. So you'll need 2 of the slightly bigger circles that we've cut out already, and you'll need 1 of your smaller circles, just like that. Now we just decided to go with orange and black, and the first one we chose black and orange because we thought those colours went well together. You might also want to get rid of your eyes and your tail. So you've got your eyes here. So it's a bit of white paper and black pen around the outside. So there are your eyes, and then finally your tail, which is a rectangle piece of card. Again, and we have also prepared the beak and the feet ready. So the beak is like a triangle. Holly, would you mind holding that up against the orange that you've got in your other hand so that we can see the contrast? You can do that again there we go. So we've got the beak there, which is a triangle shape, and then we've got the feet, which is almost like a semicircle shape there as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's get going. So Holly's going to guide you through some of these things. We're going to just take these 2 bits of, or 2 circles to start with, and she's going to fold them. Not quite in half, but it's going to be about a third of the way across, and she's going to do both of them together. There we go. Super. Now feel free to pause this video as much as you need. We did when we were practicing. We had a video that we were working with, and to make sure that we got everything right. So Holly's folded them both over, and you can see that. She's going to get the scissors, and then she's going to cut some wings, basically. She's going to cut a couple of sections into them. So you can see, actually if I just show you, you see this section here, this is the section we're working on now, so the wing cuts. And then actually what Holly's going to do is once she's cut that, she's going to get her pencil and she's going to curl the wings. Now, it really doesn't matter which way you curl them. We decided on the first attempt to curl them downwards so they look more like wings, but you might want to curl them upwards, and that's okay too. That's it. So you only need to do the curls and the cuts on one side of each circle. So again, we're just doing the best we can with this. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because actually when it comes to it, if you look closely at any bird that you're looking at, they're not all the same, and they don't all have the same thing going on. So that's one side done, and we'll do exactly the same the other side. We'll curl it. You might be able to curl this really quickly, or you might just take a bit more time, and that's okay, completely fine. And learning to curl paper and card comes in very useful for lots of craft activities. So it's a skill that will be appreciated across the board. Okay, now we've curled both sides now. What's next, Holly? So I think we're going to look at our head. Well, our head is our small circle, and at this point we might just make sure that we can get everything on our head. So our eyes, we might stick down. So you need some glue there, some prick stick, or if you've got any other PVA type glue, you might do that as well. Brilliant. And you want to stick them fairly close to one edge and make sure they're roughly in the same area, just like Holly's done there. And then she's also going to put the beak in as well. And with this one, you have to put a beak each side. Super. Now, because you might have prepared your tail at the beginning, like we mentioned, you won't have to cut it at this point, but if you haven't already prepared your tail, which is the rectangular piece, this orange piece here, now's a good time to cut it about 3/4 or just over half, 2/3 of it cut, and you'll find out what we're going to do with that a bit later on. So if you haven't done that before, now's a good time to do that. Okay. And again, the same with your feet. If you haven't cut your feet out already, then cut your feet and your beaks out so that you can stick those where you need them to. And lots of this, you can save a lot of time by preparing at the beginning. So at this point now, we're going to glue our tail onto the end of one of our halves. Okay, so one of our halves. And so it kind of goes at a 3/4 angle upwards, so not quite fully upwards but not quite fully flat, so maybe even about 45-degree angle, just like Holly's showing you. There we go. Super. It's a 45-degree angle, and then Holly's now going to glue the head on as well from one side. That's it, so you've got the tail and the head stuck on one side. And again, it's really important that you don't stick the head on too much so you block the eye or block the rest of the head when you glue. So it's kind of starting to take shape now. There we go, lovely. And now we are going to glue the other side. So we're going to glue the other side together. So we can actually glue the bit of the head as well, actually, that will be hidden. So we're going to glue the bit of the tail, bit of the body and bit of the head to make sure that we get a full good stick, and then it should cover the other half. That's it. Perfect. Now at this time Holly is going to work back with the tail. Once she feels she's got the body stuck together, she's going to bend one piece. Could you just go down a little bit, Holly, for me? That's it. She's going to go one piece left and one piece right, and then one piece left and one piece right. There we go, to create a nice little tail bit. Fantastic. Super. And again, just down a little bit for her. There we go, Holly. We can see, oh wow, what a good job that is. Cool. So we're nearly at the end. So we've just got our feet to sort out. So the big flat bit of your semicircle will go facing the floor. So again, we've chosen black in this occasion to contrast with the orange, but you're going to take the semicircle and the flat edge of your semicircle faces the bottom, the floor, downwards. Okay, and you're going to do a little bit of tweaking, so you do that both sides. Good, thanks Holly. You can do that both sides, and then you're going to get your scissors out just to complete the job. Yeah, Holly's trying desperately not to glue her own fingers. But it doesn't matter, that's half the fun of doing craft, is you get the sticky fingers. And if it's the right glue, then you can pick it off later. Maybe that was just me. I enjoyed that process. Yeah. Some of you might find that your glue is a bit stronger than others. That's okay. So you'll see that we're nearly there now. So both feet are on. Lovely. And now Holly's just going to get the scissors out and chop off the bit of the orange body. That's it. Bit of the orange body that's underneath the feet. So basically it's creating a more stable position for you to hold your bird on. So it's creating a flat bit. Also, yeah. So you might need to tweak this several times. If it doesn't stand up, this is where you can influence it. Okay? So Holly's going to just, again, play with the wings a little bit, but also open the bird up. And then hopefully, you go a little bit right, Holly. You can go a bit more right. That's it. Excellent. There is our orange bird. Yeah, fantastic. So you can have a play around with all sorts of different colours if you want to. This is our orange sparrow. We made a black one before. So have a bit of fun. And remember that God loves you infinitely more than all of that detail that He put in to these sparrows as well. So until next time, we'll see you soon.